Hello, my name is Lindsay Amini, and I am your child's English teacher. So this year, I'm going to go ahead and introduce myself via video here because I am unable to be at open house this evening, but I hope you're enjoying getting a chance to see what your child goes through every day and what your child does. I'm just going to go ahead and run through a couple of regular procedures that we have in all of my English classes. So whether your child is in my first, third, or fifth English 3-4 class, my second period dramatic literature class, or my fourth period honors English class, all of the procedures are the same and our teams is set up in the same way. So as you see here on my screen, I do have my teams page open. You could see all of my teams on the left-hand side. Your student should have it set up this way as well. If your student signs in and it's a big grid with all of their classes, that's not the most productive way to see their teams. So if you have them hit the settings button, and if it's a grid, it'll be up here. If you have them hit the settings button, they could switch their view. And if they switch their view to lists, they're able to access all of their teams at once instead of seeing one at a time. So within all of my teams, they're all titled the same. They start with the period, then they have my last name, then they have the course title. On every single one of the teams, there are 4 different channels. The first channel that they have is general. This is where all of the assignments post. They could see everything that we're doing, everything that we've done, and they can scroll all the way back to day 1 and access all of their assignments. The other way that they're able to access their assignments is through the assignments tab up at the top. If they click on this, they're able to see all of the assignments that they have to do. I have a few more than them because I have a couple scheduled to post in the future, but they can see all of the assignments that they haven't turned in yet or they're still working on. If they click over to the returned, or I think there says completed tab, then these are all the assignments that they should have done already. Some of them will be done, some of them could be undone, but that's where they can find all of their assignments for each class period. The next channel that I have on everybody's teams is the agenda tab. I post the daily agenda every single day. I haven't missed a day yet, and I don't think I missed a single day last year, so it's always here. If your student is absent, this is going to be really handy because this is what we're going through each day. You could see in English 3 today, we did some grammar, we looked at imagery, and we ended with some reading time. And then you could see exactly when everything is due. And in this class period, I even have how many points each assignment is worth. So they could see everything. They should have no questions. They should be able to check off when everything is due. And they should be able to, at the end of the day, sit down and decide, okay, do I have everything done or is there still something I need to do? The next channel I have for everybody is announcements and questions. This is just where I announce if there's a smoke day, if there's no school, if there's picture day. This is where students can ask me questions. I have posted the schedule. I posted updates on due dates. And then finally, the last channel that I have on every single team is a distance learning instructions. This is what students should do if for any reason they are distance learning. I ask them to first go to the agenda, find the agenda for the day, review the tasks that they're supposed to complete, complete their tasks, and then at the end of the period, reply to this post with 3 things. What did you accomplish? What do you still need to do? And what questions do you have? So that's kind of a rundown of our teams, probably something that you haven't seen before. If you haven't seen it before, I encourage you to ask your student to open up their teams and take a look at it with them. You can hunt around in the files section and you can see everything that we're going to be doing this quarter. You could see all the grammar work that we're going to be doing. You could see all the narrative work we're going to be doing, and actually you could see all of the assessments that I am going to be giving. It is all up there and ready for you. It's a ton of files, but we go through them together as a class in a pretty logical manner. One thing that it is to note, late and makeup assignments, your student is allowed to turn in 4 late assignments for full credit until the end of the unit. They have 4 chances at that. That applies to all of the practice assignments. So they could turn in 4 late practice assignments for full credit. There are 4 different assignments posted already on Teams, OOPS Pass 1, OOPS Pass 2, 3, and 4. They could submit any practice assignments there. Anything that's labeled as a mastery assessment, they can turn in till the end of the unit with a 10% penalty for being late. But those mastery assessments, I also allow students to take and retake and revise and redo until they earn 100%. So that is just about it here. I think I've given you a good rundown of what our teams looks like. Please go ahead and take a look at the stool that's outside of my door. There's a handout there with a couple of other tips that you could help your student with. If you have any questions, please shoot me an email and I will get back to you tomorrow morning. Enjoy your open house evening.